Hi, this is Magdalena here again, and you are watching Hormones Balance Starter Kit video series. In this segment, I want to tell you more about sleep. I'll be the first one to admit that back in my advertising years, I used to say, I'll get enough sleep when I'm dead. How awful is that to even think about it now? In my experience today, sleep is the most underestimated tool for hormonal recovery and rebalancing. We put so much money into supplements, doctors, alternative therapies, without often realizing that more healing can happen with good sleep. If you're not getting quality sleep, you're not alone in this. 74% of adults are chronically sleep deprived. So what is the big deal about sleep? Well, you probably intuitively know and realize how different you feel when you had a good night's sleep and wake up rested versus when you can't go to bed for hours or you get up exhausted and you need to drag yourself out of bed. Your whole day can unfold in a totally different way when you had your sleep versus when you don't sleep well. You show up differently, you look differently, your confidence is different, your enthusiasm, your thoughts are in place, you can articulate them properly, you remember things. You see, during sleep, this is when deep cell regeneration happens and healing occurs. Our energy gets restored. In deep sleep, we produce melatonin, which is an anti-inflammatory neurotransmitter and a sleep agent. Did you know that your liver detoxifies from 1 to 3 a.m.? If you're not asleep by 10:30 p.m., you will not give your body enough time to get into REM sleep for the liver to start the work. People with adrenal fatigue heal fastest with long and deep sleep. There'll be no supplement or herb that can be taken to restore your adrenals if your sleep is poor. Have you noticed how you crave sugar and processed carbohydrates after a night of poor sleep? Well, ghrelin, the hunger hormone, gets elevated when we are sleep deprived. This is why these cravings. People who get enough sleep are also known to crave less coffee, sugar, and processed carbohydrates. So, what's a good sleep? One that lasts for 7 to 9 hours and makes you feel refreshed and energized when you wake up. We heal and detoxify in the deepest levels in sleep. The sleep I'm talking about here is not chemically induced sleep, but natural sleep. Induced sleep, like with sleeping pills and pacifiers and alcohol, does not produce REM sleep, which we need in order to heal. Okay, so I want to share with you some solid tips that you can implement starting tonight to start rebalancing your hormones with good sleep. Check if you have low progesterone or high cortisol levels. Progesterone is a calming hormone and cortisol is your stress hormone. Having more or both out of balance is often the cause of poor sleep or insomnia. If you don't know if you have them, then you can do two things. Number one, you can go to hormonesbalance.com/quiz and take the quiz. It will tell you right away where you might be with your hormones. Number two, if you want scientific proof, get tested with the top saliva testing labs to get your hormones reading. You can order that from my website on hormonesbalance.com/hormone testing. The lab tests patients around the world, not just the United States. Okay, moving on to more tips. Have light dinner, not later than 7 p.m. It's best to feel 70% satiety and not go to bed with a full stomach. Next point. Stabilize your sugar levels throughout the day by starting off with a really good breakfast that's full of proteins, fat and fiber. And you can get a lot of the recipes on my website. Avoid sugary snacks before bedtime. If you need a snack, go for nuts, seeds, kale chips or seaweed chips. Be in bed by 10 p.m. and try to be asleep by 10:30. This is to catch the circadian rhythm, which is how the world of plants, animals and humans works. This is big. Please don't say that you are a night owl. I'm one too, and I changed my habits. You will see how fabulously different you feel after 8 hours of sleep that starts at 10 p.m. versus one that starts as late as 1 a.m. Stop caffeine by 3 p.m. or earlier if you're sensitive to coffee. Try to achieve total darkness in your room. Use dark curtains, no TV light, night lights, alarm clocks and brightly lit numbers or kitchen stove lights shining into your bedroom. No TV or computer 30 minutes before bedtime. This can interfere with melatonin production, which is your sleep neurotransmitter. Well, another thing you can do is try Epsom salt baths like 2 times a week or magnesium oil that you can apply on your skin. Magnesium is a big relaxer and can help you fall asleep and stay asleep. If you have racing thoughts about things that you need to get done this week and tomorrow, write them down. It's a great way to offload stress and will make you feel so much lighter. If all of the above fail, try magnesium calm before bedtime. As a last resort, try melatonin or 5-HTP. I say last resort because our body gets complacent in producing our own melatonin. That's not what we want in the long term, right? I hope you found this video helpful and picked up a few ideas to try tonight. Remember, this is not about perfection and getting it all done. It's about one step at a time, one small change at a time. Wishing you sweet dreams tonight.